Welcome back to Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey for Pope John Junior Lion Football 11 and under. Mike Formasano here with you, calling today's action. So we did not have the success of being able to switch the screen horizontally, so my apologies. We'll have to go vertical, but we are here for the start of the fourth quarter. So we'll work on it throughout the week and try and make sure the connection is successful next time. I'm not a technical whiz. We do our best. Ball spotted at the 35 for Jackie Robinson, now going left to right on your screen. They're wearing their white uniforms with white pants trimmed by yellow and blue. Going left to right, quarterback in shotgun, and he's hit by Francesco, but stays on his feet. Now here's Nisbeth, and Evan Nisbeth able to bring him down at the 38-yard line. So Francesco was barreling through to hit the quarterback, but the lineman got in the way at just the right time for Jackie Robinson. Quarterback stays on his feet, gets down to the 38, and Nisbeth is able to bring him down there. So second down, they gained 2 on the play, so they're going to mark it at the 37. Jackie Robinson Bears out of Newark, New Jersey, and we talked before about his connection to football. Jackie did. His sports star at UCLA as a running back. Actually, baseball was his least successful sport. He was very good at basketball, very good track and field, great at football, but had a problem with hitting. His success with the bat, not so good. He was batting in the low 200s. And they stayed with him playing baseball because he was such a great fielder. He was a great second baseman defensively. So, and then once he got out of UCLA, he saw a better future with baseball, enjoyed the sport more, and the rest is history. Quarterback takes a snap. He goes to the near sideline, is knocked out of bounds, drops the ball as he crosses the sideline. Nisbet with the hit there, and the quarterback was able to gain about another 2 yards on the play. Let's see if they spotted it at the 40 or 39. They got spotted at the 39. So 3rd and 6 on play. Anyway, so as I said, Robinson went to Brooklyn Dodgers. He was signed by the Dodgers organization by Branch Rickey, but Rickey wanted him to play in the minors for a year first. He played with Montreal Royals, and they played a game down in Jersey City, and that's what actually integrated baseball, because no African-American players were playing in Major League Baseball. You had the Negro Leagues, and that was major and minor leagues. So Robinson was able to actually break the color barrier in 1946 with the Montreal Royals, and then did it a year later on the Major League level with the Brooklyn Dodgers. Man in motion for the Bears, number 5. Here's the snap to the quarterback. Throws it down the field, intercepted by Roger Milner. Milner takes the ball and is brought down by the receiver for Jackie Robinson. But a turnover, interception by Roger Milner. And Pope John gets the ball right back. Well, now the Lions will get the ball. They mark it at the 43.
Roger knew exactly where that was going.
Milner in great position for that INT. And Pope John takes the ball over. Ball spotted at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10 for Pope John. We're in the fourth quarter. The Lions lead 14-0. We'll go through the roster real quick for Pope John. And I'll get back to finishing that story in just a minute. So number 1, Dominic Diarco. Number 3, Lachlan Sertival. 4 is Connor Hart. 5, Benny Platt. 8, Charlie Formasano. 9, Braden Colson. Number 10 is Jared Hawthorne. We'll pick up the roster in just a second. Clements with the handoff to Lambraglia. Lambraglia met in the backfield by a host of Bears, and so he'll lose yardage on the play. He is stopped at the 41, so loss of 2. 13, Evan Nisbeth. Number 15, who just had the interception, Roger Milner. 23, Sean Clements. Number 25, Declan Griffith. 26, Braden Convey. 30 is Ryan Hart. 33, Ryan Labriglia. 36, Wyatt Miller. 40, Jake Jessamaria. 43, Tyler Killen. 45, Jude Cofrancesco. 56, Robert Zawicki. 61, Anthony Grego. Here's a snap to Klebitz. Klebitz hands off to Labriglia again to the right side. No, that's actually Benny Platt. So a fake to Labriglia, goes to Platt. Platt through the middle. And he gains positive yardage there, getting to midfield. Third down for Pope John. Referee spotting the ball at the 49.
Lachlan, come here. So Lachlan.
Lions up to the line.
You play tackle, offensive tackle?
Third and about 5 to go.
Good job, Roger.
There's a snap. Klebitz with the handoff to Labriglia. Labriglia cuts to the far sideline. It's brought down at about the 48, maybe 47 of Jackie Robinson. It's just short of the first down marker. No, referees say they got the spot. So first down, Pope John. Got the ball to the 47, and that was just what Pope John needed. So first and 10 for the Lions at the Jackie Robinson 47. So as I said before, that was a roster for Pope John. The coaching staff, led by head coach Jared Cofrancesco, assisted by coaches Dan Platt, Dan Labriglia, Nick Colson, Jim Miller, Rob Zawicki. League president is Chris Barranco. League VP is Dave Diarco. The team mom, Kathy Jessamaria. She's going to be so proud of her son, Jake, today. 2 touchdowns. And the Pope John head coach, director of football, is Dom Gaston. Here's a handoff. That's Labriglia to the left. And he brings it down to the 44-yard line of Jackie Robinson. I'm going to try and fit this in now because I don't know if I'm going to have enough time later. So I was saying, Robinson had broke the color barrier in the state of New Jersey. Jersey City at Roosevelt Stadium. And there were a lot of great games between Jersey City's team and the Newark baseball team back in the day. And the Newark team was called the Bears, which is why you could say the Jackie Robinson Bears are either named after his time with UCLA as a Bruin or because of Newark's connection to the Newark Bears, the minor league baseball team back in the 40s. Either way, the Jackie Robinson team here in Pop Warner known as the Bears. Actually, the Dodgers played some exhibition games. No, not even exhibition. They played 7 regular season games at Roosevelt Stadium in Jersey City in 1956. It was because Walter O'Malley, the Dodgers owner, was looking for a stadium to be built in Brooklyn, a domed stadium. He wanted a dome, state-of-the-art stadium right where the Barclays Center is right now. And so the city of New York, led by Robert Moses, did a lot of construction projects on Long Island and throughout New York City. He said no. They didn't want to build in Brooklyn. They wanted to put the Dodgers in Queens, right where Shea Stadium was and Citi Field now is. Well, O'Malley went out to Queens, took a look, saw the lot was surrounded by water on 3 sides and a cemetery on the 4th, and said, this is never going to work. Plus, we're the Brooklyn Dodgers. We're not the Queens Dodgers. We're not the New York Dodgers. We're the Brooklyn Dodgers. I want the stadium in Brooklyn. New York City said no. He said, well, I'm going to look elsewhere. He found Los Angeles was making him a sweetheart deal. City didn't believe it. And the Dodgers eventually moved. Jessamaria to the near sideline. Brought down by number 4 for Jackie Robinson. That's going to bring him 3rd down. So just finishing that story real quick. So the Dodgers actually, they played their opening game in 1956 at Ebbets Field on April 17th against the Philadelphia Phillies. And they raised the championship banner from 1955, the only one Brooklyn ever won. But they raised it the next day or 2 days later, April 19th, against the Phillies at Roosevelt Stadium in Jersey City. Because that was one of their 7 home games in Jersey City. So the Dodgers raising the 1950, can you imagine? Raising the 1955 championship batter that he won against the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. They raised it at Ebbets Field, and then the next day at Jersey City in New Jersey. Jersey City only a stone's throw away from Newark. So big connection with Jackie Robinson to the state of New Jersey and the city of Newark. Here is Ryan LaBriglia running up the sideline. LaBriglia takes it over to 30, to the 20, and down to the 25-yard line. First down, Pope John, and they are on the move again.
Yo, don't go past the white line. I did not think that. Right up.
So the Pope John Lions back on the move against the Jackie Robinson Bears. So that is the long answer to why the team is named the Jackie Robinson Bears, and they're out of Newark, New Jersey. Yes, he played baseball, but he had a connection to football and a connection to New Jersey. Fumbled, ball's on the turf. Clemens picks it up. He runs to his right and is brought down at about the 25-yard line. So both the Lions and the Bears having problems holding on to the football today, but neither has turned into disaster. They flirted with it. However, neither team has lost the ball on a fumble as far as that's concerned. So Pope John holds on to the ball there at the 25 of Jackie Robinson. It'll bring up second down. Pope John has to get to the 15-yard line. The Lions are 3-2 on the season. They're looking for their fourth victory, and they're close. It's midway through the fourth quarter, and they're up by 2 scores, 14-0. Again, our apologies for the video feed as it being vertical. Didn't get a choice to switch it to. A fumble on the turf. Platt. The ball's knocked loose. And as I said, both teams flirting with disaster. Pope John finally suffers from it as Platt loses the ball at the 28. Jackie Robinson recovers it. The Bears now have the ball at their own, I'm going to say, 30-yard line. First and 10, Bears down by 2 scores. One more note just to finish up that whole story about Jackie Robinson, too. You know, it was Walter O'Malley, the owner of the Brooklyn Dodgers, who convinced the New York Giants owner, Horace Stoneham, to move out to San Francisco. He wanted his second team on the West Coast. And so, because he just didn't want to be the only team out there. So he convinced Stoneham to move the Giants. And they took him to Candlestick Park to show the area where the stadium was going to be built for the Giants in 1958. Candlestick Park area was known on the San Francisco Bay as being very windy, very cold. And if you ever went to a game at Candlestick Park back in the day, the 70s or 80s, you froze your tush off. And it was really, really cold out there, very windy. Here's the pitch back to number 1 for the Bears. He is met in the backfield. Francesco takes the runner down. Number 1 for Jackie Robinson and a loss of yardage. Benny Platt also in on the tackle. Great tackle by Francesco and Platt. And a loss of 4, maybe 3. The mark at the 27. Loss of 3 on the play. Second down for the Bears. Let me finish up the story real quick. So what they did to convince Stone, because it was such a bad area, it was cold, they brought him to the field area in the early part of the day, late morning, because the afternoon and the nights were just way too cold. It was that one part of the day where it was perfect weather, wasn't so cold, beautiful, right on the bay. Stoneham loved it, said, okay, I'll move here. And instead of moving to Minnesota, which he was flirting with initially, he took his team to San Francisco, and they became the San Francisco Giants, and that allowed Walter O'Malley to move the Dodgers out of Brooklyn. Robinson actually retired after the 1956 season. He was traded to the Giants after the 56 season when the Dodgers lost the World Series to the Yankees. That was the World Series where Don Larson threw a perfect game in Game 5 on October 8th. Dodgers won Game 6 back at Ebbets Field, but the Yankees won in Game 7 at Ebbets Field to retake the crown. So Robinson was traded to the Giants. He didn't want to play for the Giants. He didn't want to play for anybody else other than the Dodgers. So instead of accepting the trade to the Giants. He retired and left baseball in 1956, and then the Dodgers left Brooklyn a year later. Bears are up to the line. They're at the 27. Pope John leading 14-0. Late fourth quarter. Co Francesco, Formasano, Killen, Grego, Nisbeth, and Labreglia all up on the line, along with Jesse Maria creeping up.
Now back.
Quarterback with the pitch back. Ball's on the turf again. Number 23 scoops it up, evades Colson, and is running up the left sideline. Is able to run past Jared Hawthorne as well and get positive yardage on the play. So he gets the ball to the 35-yard line. That's going to bring up third down for Jackie Robinson. Timeout on the field. We're going to stay with you. It's late here in the fourth quarter, so timeout, Jackie Robinson. So please join us again after this game, maybe about a half hour, 40 minutes after, for Pope John Junior Lion football, 13 and under. We may arrive late to the field. They're in West Long Branch, but we're going to try and get that game on stream for you. Pope John Junior Lions 13 and under is 5-0, taking on Shore, the Blue Devils, in West Long Branch. We'll have that for you later on today. Meanwhile, Junior Lions 11 and under squad looking to close up their fourth win of the year. They're up 14-0 on the Jackie Robinson Bears. Here's a snap, high to the quarterback. He'll throw it downfield. It's got a lot of air underneath it. Almost caught by the Bears, however, off the fingertips. Pope John had a chance at the interception as well. Jared Hawthorne was in on that, but they were not able to make the catch, and that is it. As the teams come off the field, the pride is spoken. The Pope John Lions defeat the Jackie Robinson Bears 14-0. 2 touchdown runs by Jacob Jessamaria, a 32-yard scamper in the second quarter, and a 40-yard touchdown run in the third. Point after touchdowns successful by Jude Co-Francesco and Benny Platt. And there's your scoring. A shutout for the Lions, a 14-0 victory, and they move to 4-2 on the season. So please be sure to join us next week for more Pope John Junior Lion football 11 and under. I believe it'll be a home game next weekend on Columbus Day weekend, but we will wait for Pop Warner to make that decision, and we'll alert everyone on Sports Edge in middle of the week for date, time, and opponent. So for everyone here at Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey, Spike Formasano saying thanks for joining us. Final score once again, the Pope John Lions defeat the Jackie Robinson Bears 14-0. Have a good week, everyone, and we'll see everyone next weekend for more Pope John Junior Lion 11 and under football.